Now to the race for the White House in Vote 2024. Tonight, there is still no decision, at least publicly, that we know of, from Vice President Kamala Harris about who will be her running mate in 24.
There's still a lot of buzz about Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, who's said to be among the 2 or 3 finalists. But at this point, it's all speculation. Chief political reporter Tom Hauser is here with what we do know. Tom.
Yeah, Lindsay, Governor Walz just arrived at a Kamala Harris fundraiser in Minneapolis. There is a lot of speculation in Washington tonight. The final pick for Harris's running mate is down to Walz or Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro. While that's all speculation, here's what we do know about the past and maybe the future of Tim Walz.
It is very strange to be running on my treadmill and have people talking about the things that are there. And I scream back, this guy is too old. I'm running my butt off here.
These are strange days indeed for Governor Tim Walz. He's either on national TV himself or being talked about. Several national publications now call him one of 2 finalists to be Kamala Harris's vice presidential running mate. It would be a huge leap from when he started his congressional career in 2006 after years as a school teacher.
We just had a session talking about some of the benefits and things like that, and they were talking about, I know most of you are taking pay cuts, and I leaned to my aide and I said, this is 4 times what I've ever made in my life. I said, I don't understand what they're talking about. So that connection to the average person, just stunning to me.
To the best of my judgment and ability.
Fast forward, and Walz has been elected and re-elected governor after 12 years in Congress. If Harris selects him to run for VP and they win in November, that would trigger a political succession in Minnesota outlined in the state constitution, with Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan becoming governor and Senate President Bobby Joe Champion becoming lieutenant governor. But there's a long way to go before that might happen, starting with Kamala Harris picking Walz as her running mate.
That's a decision that needs to be made by the vice president, and she will make it on what she sees. And I am who I am.
And who he is much different politically than the way he described himself in 2006.
What's great for me is I said I didn't have to craft a political message for that. I am of the moderate middle like most Americans are.
After nearly 6 years as governor, however, it's pretty clear to most political analysts Walz is no longer considered a moderate given the legislation he has signed into law. If he is the VP pick, Walz will be in Pennsylvania tomorrow night and then in Eau Claire, Wisconsin with Harris on Wednesday. The Trump campaign plans to send VP candidate J.D. Vance to both of those states on the same days. Kevin.
Okay, Tom Hauser's on it. Thank you. And 5 Eyewitness News will keep tracking developments leading up to Harris making a decision about her running mate. Count on us for updates here on air, and you also find the latest anytime on our new KSTP mobile app.